lamp. Jake said a spyglass goes here.
Exciting. I figured out how to turn my headphones, like, on to where I can hear what's going on outside.
According to that diagram I found, those 6 gemstones are supposed to go in these 6 holders. But I have no idea which one goes where.
Don't worry, girl, we'll figure it out. Hopefully. Oh wait, this is the, like, insanely long letter combination. So again, like... Oh my god, my back hurts. Okay. I'm gonna lean back. My posture has been, like, crazy bad lately. I don't know why. I used to be really good about, like, sitting up straight, but I've caught myself sitting, like... I mean, in my first video, it's crazy how hunched over I am. Let's see here. Okay, I'm doing this so early into this, but it's because I want to know what that hint was. I feel like I'm going crazy.
This is the Drew residence. Please leave a message at the beep.
I don't need to talk to anyone at home.
I definitely did not mean to click that, I'm sorry. I've wasted everyone's time.
Hello?
Hi, Beth.
Hey, what's going on?
How about a hint?
You bet.
Okay, so... This is the last one.
There's a panel in the sleeping car that I'd like to open, but it's got a 4-digit tumbler lock on it. How can I get it open?
Maybe those 4 digits on the lock have something to
Okay,
do
we
with
get
the
that.
4 words that Jake said Camille had taken with her to her grave. But even after you figure out what they are, you're still going to have to translate them into numbers somehow. That sampler hanging in Camille's car translates images into numbers. So maybe what you need to find is something that translates words into images. Know what I'd do if I were you? I'd go to Camille's car and sample some reading material.
All right. Thanks for the tip.
No biggie. Take care.
You
Yo,
too. Bye.
My memory is shite, we'll say, because what on earth? I'm gonna call again. Arrest me.
Hello?
Hi, Beth.
Hey, what's going
What was
on?
the hint
How
that I'm
about a
thinking
hint?
of?
You bet.
Well, I don't know. I guess.
Never mind. Bye.
I guess I'm like misremembering or something. Let's try talking to some people.
What's going on?
Thanks for your help.
Not a problem.
Helpful as always. Thank you so much, Dino Balducci. I hate that man. Alright. My ultimate op. I don't like arrogant men. What can I say?
What's up?
I'll let you get back to work.
Take care.
Please, my dude, I just need you to leave the premises for like 5 minutes. I just need to play a little piano song, please. I have no idea how to get him to leave. Okay. Let's go down this long, long hallway. Will Charlena talk to us? I'm sorry, I had a weird alert come up on my computer about my bedtime.
I'll touch bases with you later.
Let me know if you run across anything juicy.
If it says anything about how much of a not-night owl I am. I've never seen that because I'm usually not on my computer past like 11:30.
What have you got?
Talk to you later.
You know
What
where to
do you
find us.
What do you mean? No one will speak to me, and I am lost. Well, look, what's his face? Engineer, talk to me.
I'm busy up here, now quit bothering me.
Was that relaxing? Just silent rage. I can't leave because I'm trapped on a moving train. So, let's see here. My arm is itching. Just interesting ASMR relieving and itch sounds. Stupid. Okay. So we have Hurley's Whirly Burly. We have the weird, that's my case journal. We have this like thing that I don't think is something we can do anything with, but I might come back to regret that. We have these gemstones. We have this usable item, which is from the silver box, pencil, blueprint, and some slugs. But like I said, I'm pretty sure I need 4 slugs to be able to keep messing around with the weights.
It's locked.
Okay, I definitely need like an actual key for that. That's the piano information. I don't even know what to do. Where's Kensington? I feel like I should be able to like sabotage his equipment. But maybe not. Is that not very Nancy Drew? What's the word? Is that like out of character for her? I feel like it's not.
What's up?
I'll let you get back to work.
Take care.
I'm slouching again.
No, no, no.
This man will not let me jam out to camp down races. That's hater behavior. That was kind of embarrassing. Yeah, it's that time of day where my mom calls it the witching hour, which I have, I think, inherited from her. If I stay up too late, like an old lady, if I'm up past like 11, I get freaking irritable. I guess I'm not irritable right now, but I am, like, not myself. Okay. So, like, what the heck? What on earth are we supposed to be doing? Like, this is definitely something. Are there clues in this? No. Like, there's not icons or the cross stitching or the needle points.
What's going on?
I'm not
It's
trying
been
to
great
talk
talking to you.
Don't mention it.
Okay, let's see here. I can click the stamp. I just, like, simply what am I supposed to do here? Because that does 4, but if I remove it, it can't go all the way up. So, what am I to do?
This is where Jake's pickaxe goes.
Yeah, I think we figured that one out. I think we might have to call for help. Embarrassingly enough. Let's ask about the Hurly-Burly Whirly, or whatever.
Hello?
Hi, Beth.
Hey, what's going on?
How about a hint?
You bet.
Yeah, let's ask about the dance step pattern.
What do you think I should do with a dance step pattern I found?
When you're in the caboose, head for the part of the floor that's divided into squares. And once you've got your dancing shoes on, follow the pattern and put your feet where it tells you. If you're a good dancer, I'll bet the doors to all sorts of opportunities will just fly open.
Okay, thanks a bunch.
You're welcome a bunch.
Goodbye.
access my inventory. So that was no help. Maybe she'll tell me how to, like, make John Gray leave.
Hello?
Hi, Beth.
Hey, what's going on?
What if she
How
didn't
about a
pick up?
hint?
You bet.
Yeah, let's ask about
I
the sheet
found a
music.
piece of sheet music, but the question now is, what am I supposed to do with it?
I'd set it on the piano, play the tune that's written on it, and see what happens. But since I can't read music, told you not to quit piano lessons. Yes, Beth. Anyway, if I were you, I'd take a good look around Camille's car. Maybe she had a book or something that tells how to read music. Or wind
This
up
isn't
that
helpful.
steeplechase game again. Listen real hard to the tune you hear, then try to play it on the piano. Good idea. With any luck, the tune that plays during the game is the same one as the one on the sheet music.
Excellent. You guys are great.
We know.
See ya.
That's literally not helpful. Guys, am I stupid? At this point. So the tea is, not only am I recording this video tonight, but I also am going to record my comic show and tell video. Or at least part of it, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be really long, and like, I respectfully do not want to be recording until like 3 or 4 in the morning. So, I have a long night ahead of me. Bro, I just simply don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's a problem. I really feel like I should be able to mess with his stuff. Can I, like... I am trying to remember what I did last time. Holy shoot. Holy, you know what? Like, it's Memorial Day weekend, so I think there's a lot more people out than there would normally be. Much to my dismay. Yeah, see, this is another one where I'm like, what the actual heck were, what's her face's last words, Camille? The fact that it doesn't say is like very frustrating. Lead is the key, or lead is the key. I think it's lead. Yeah. Okay. I fear I may have to look up a hint on like a forum or something. Let's try one more time for a best Marvin hint and hope that we
Hi,
get something
Beth.
helpful.
Hey, what's going on?
How about a hint?
You bet.
Okay. I guess the stove compartment.
How do I get that compartment on the stove open? I could use some advice.
Take a real good look at the numbers and icons on that sampler in Camille's car, paying particular attention to which number goes with what icon. Then remember what you saw, head for the scale in Jake's car, and see if you've got enough coins to weigh in on the solution.
I don't.
Okay, thanks a bunch.
You're welcome a bunch.
Goodbye.
I literally don't, though. Okay, I'm gonna cut back when I have a real hint to go off of, because, like, what the heck? Okay, I'm, like, super embarrassed. I could have done it the whole time, and I should have known. If I'm stuck, it's because there is something that, like, I should be able to do. It's not, like, something I haven't discovered. So we're gonna head all the way back to the caboose. I cannot believe. But is it really a Nancy Drew playthrough if you don't have a moment where you're like, wow,
never thought you'd be the one to find me. No offense. Nadine?
Nancy. Nancy Drew.
Well, as you can see, I wasn't really spirited away by ghosts or anything. That bookshelf in the dining car, you step on this thing in the floor in there, and it slides open. I practiced disappearing for weeks.
So it was just all for show?
Well, not entirely. See, here's the deal. My dad wound up with this train when he bought out Noram Shipping. They'd been storing it in this old warehouse outside St. Louis for so long that everybody had just forgotten about it. Anyway, after like mass begging on my part, Dad had the train restored to working condition and got me an engineer and track permits and all that other stuff until finally, here we are, on our way to find out what happened to Jake Hurley.
I think you were going to explain why you kidnapped yourself.
Oh, right. Well, see, I was one of the first people in like 100 years to set foot on this train, okay? Everything was just the way it was when Jake disappeared. Except, I also found this. It's a letter that Jake wrote in 1901 to his niece back east. He was real paranoid about claim jumpers, which is why he never told anyone where his mine was. But he was also afraid something would happen to him, and no one would ever know where it was. So he wrote this letter to his only living relative, Ruth Kensington. Here, take it.
You want me to have it? Why?
Because you found me. See, in that letter, Jake tells Ruth that everything she needs to figure out where his mine is on this train. He also warns her that his wife's spirit is on the train too, which kind of creeps me out. But the thing is, to find Jake's lost mine, we need the train.
How do you know this Ruth person didn't find the mine decades ago?
Mostly because I found that letter in the wastebasket. It was like she'd gotten so ticked off, trying to follow her nutty uncle's clues, that she finally said to heck with the whole thing.
So you want me to try to figure out where the mine is?
Uh-huh. As for the other people on board, if you want to show them that letter, go ahead. It's totally up to you. We're going to Copper Gorge because that's where Jake buried Camille, so I figured his mine might be somewhere around there too. But if you think we need to go somewhere else, you just let me know and I'll have the engineer take us there.
How well do you know your guests?
Well, I don't know you or those Harvey guys at all.
Hardy. Frank and Joe Hardy.
Whatever. I didn't know John Gray before this either, but I love his show, and I figured he'd jump at the chance to investigate an honest-to-goodness haunted train, and now that someone has finally found me, I can finally go meet him for real.
What about Tino Balducci?
I met Tino right after he got famous for solving those robberies. Inviting him here for this was a no-brainer. I mean, what an awesome detective. And those piercing eyes of his, you just know his mind's in there going 90 miles an hour.
How well do you know Charlena Purcell?
I just know her from her books, which are so good. In fact, I just started reading her latest one, The Moon Tells No Lies. See, what I'd really like to do is write romance novels. Everybody who knows me says I'd be really good at it. In fact, a while back, I sent Charlena some ideas, you know, just to see what she thought.
And?
She hated them.
How come you didn't try to find the mine yourself?
Maybe I did. Or maybe I just thought letting other people try to find it would be a good excuse to throw a party. I like parties.
I'll come back later.
Keep me posted.
Again, I'm trying not to swear on this channel, but that is a see you next Tuesday. Why, Bob? Okay, so we have another paper.
The 3rd of November, 1901, from somewhere in Colorado. Dear Ruth, I know that we've never met, but now that your father, my estranged brother, is gone, you are my only living relative. I am writing to you to tell you about my mine before I, too, depart this earth, and its location is lost forever. I cannot tell you outright where it is, lest this epistle fall into the wrong hands, but with the information which follows, and with my train, which shall be yours upon my death, I promise that you'll be able to find it. First, you will need a map. To obtain it, know that my travels have taken me all over this great country, to towns which can be difficult to find. to Calico, Silverado, and Central City, to Dodge City, Virginia City, and Tombstone. To locate the mine on the map, you'll need my projector. When it comes to placing the stones, you'll need to ask someone who holds a warm place in my heart. I have stored his name accordingly, but to retrieve his name, you'll have to give the dolls an order. This will require looking inside Camille's dancing shoes for the name of their maker, and wearing the shoes as you perform her favorite step on the dance floor. As for my beloved Camille, she has 4 words for you, words which, when translated into numbers and used in combination, will help power my projector. But alas, she's taken them with her to her grave. So go to Copper Gorge, Colorado and pay your respects, and let some of her goodness rub off on you. I promised Camille that this train would always be her home. In return, she promised to never leave, and indeed she never has. People say I'm crazy, but I've seen her and heard her and feel her presence on the train even today, 20 years after her untimely death. So above all else, my dear niece, let nothing happen to my train. It holds wonderful things. Kindest regards, Jake Hurley.
Holy cow, that was like a lot of information, but that's awesome. Is there anything else we can do in the caboose? Because this looks open. I'm surprised.
I can use this to open that grate I saw in Camille's car.
Yay, okay. Love when we can actually make progress. Oh, this is the dancing.
Okay, got my dancing shoes on. Now what?
Wait, can I actually dance? Oh, what the heck? Okay, wait, can I? So let's start here. Oh gosh. I'm gonna cut, but I'm gonna write this down really fast. This is just gonna take a hot second to write down. Do you wanna see this beautiful drawing? I know, I am an artiste. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, wait. Drop that. So we go up, up, over, 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 down, over, down, and then down, and then over, over. That was a slug. And here we go. These scary, scary dolls.
Guess Camille liked to collect dolls.
So the good news is we actually wait. We don't know the order. We just know who some of these are. Like, actually, okay, well, we know the cracked vase is Miss Naughty Tina. This, gosh. We'll come back to this because I straight up don't remember who everybody is right now. Okay. Oh, weird. This
I
weird
wonder if
calendar.
this has something to do with that list of cities Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth.
Good God, I don't know. Let's see if we can spell. say I've been training for this. The next is Silverado. That worked. Next is Central City. CentralCity. And now we have Dodge City. DODGECITY. Next is Virginia City, so VIRGINIACITY. And lastly, Tombstone. TOMBSTONE. Wait, I think this is the letter combination for that.
Guess I'm
other
done.
room.
Strange. All that's left is a jumble of letters.
So let me write that down. NVRCTBAA. Okay, another puzzle done. That's crazy. Oh wait, we missed something.
Wonder how you're supposed to get this open.
Okay, well that's the dolls. Oh, my stomach is growling. This is tourmaline, or tourmaline. How you pronounce it, I do not know. Okay. I thought I saw something else. Am I crazy? I guess it's not important. I'll just leave.
That must be the projector Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth.
Probably. Perhaps. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I am like hiccuping. My stomach is growling. So it's NVR as in Raven. Okay. Z as in zebra. And T as in Tina. B as in beautiful. I had to think of a word. A as in apple. I'm gonna edit that down for you, but that just gave me a heart attack. It was so loud. Good grief. Let's see what it got us.
Jake's mind must be somewhere on this map, but where?
Well, I don't think we can figure that out just yet. But it's a good start. So we have 4, I believe, gemstones. Good lord, we have so much we can do. This is awesome. What a good problem to have. We didn't get any slugs, did we? No. Let's go open that panel in the sleeper car first because I have been itching to do that. So, one more car up. Up. Here we go. Oh wait. I'm so embarrassed. What car is it in? Is it in? I think it's in John Gray's car, yeah.
That tool I saw in the caboose. I bet that's what you use to unscrew these bolts.
Okay. So let's grab an item.
More
moment.
pipes to connect.
Now, Nancy, madam, why are we complaining about that? Because we all know that this is my forte. This is where I am a certified professional. I say, never mind, this is really intense. Good lord. Okay, but this, okay, they color coordinate. So, oh, this isn't that bad at all, actually.
Here we go.
And what did I say? Nancy came at us with such an attitude, and we did that in like 3 seconds. So, Sugandis, as you say. Oh, I literally just had a Dory moment. I was like, okay, so what do we do now? We just connected the pipes. Dang, is that really all we get to do when we get those panels open? That kind of sucks. That's okay. So, let's go to the front of the train first, and we'll work our way back for talking to people. We're not gonna stare at a
Nancy,
painting.
what's with the Cheshire Cat grin?
You found Lori.
Yep, she's holed up in the caboose. And as a reward for finding her, she let me have this. It's a letter from Jake to his niece in which he leaves clues telling her how to find his mine. Only the clues are extremely obtuse.
You found Lori, you got the letter with all the clues. Guess you don't need us anymore.
Oh, Joe, quit pouting. Want any help?
Are you kidding? You bet I do.
Now you're talking.
It stands to reason that the only person other than Jake who had to have known the location of Jake's mine was the engineer on Jake's train.
Very true.
Not necessarily. Jake might not have told him the exact location. Maybe he just had him drop him off somewhere nearby.
Well, still, we'd be way ahead of the game if we knew where that drop-off point was.
If the engineer had any surviving relatives, we may be in luck.
The guy died more than 100 years ago. How are we supposed to find out his name?
Maybe Charlena What's-Her-Face could tell us how to go about it.
Good idea, Frank. I'll ask her. See you soon.
If you need anything, just let us know.
That's my man. Just kidding. So let's talk to Charlena first, because they did direct us.
Yes?
I found Lori. She's in the caboose. You were right. She disappeared because she wanted to see which of us would find her first.
And you won. Congratulations.
Did you know that Lori wants to be a romance novelist?
Doesn't everyone?
Do you think she could do it?
No. Could we please talk about something a little more pleasant?
How would I go about finding out the name of Jake's train engineer?
If you're smart, you'd ask me. And because my work is going surprisingly well, during my next break, I'll log on to my archives at home and see what I can turn up.
That'd be great, thank you.
Whoever invented the cellular modem, that's whom you should thank, dear.
I'll touch bases with you later.
Remember, if it's juicy, I want to know about it.
And she's so real for that. I do love some boiling hot tea.
Nancy, you missed it.
Missed what?
The argument of the century.
Joe, he's exaggerating.
Aw, come on, you heard them. They were ready to tear each other to shreds.
Who?
Charlena and Lori.
All we heard was the tail end of it, and unfortunately, we really couldn't make out what they were saying.
So you don't know what they were arguing about?
No.
But whatever it was, both of them were absolutely out of their minds, livid.
And it would probably be a good idea to find out why.
Let me look into it. I'll talk to you later, okay?
You know where to find us.
Wow, that was the fastest argument of all time because I literally turned around and was instantly called into that dialogue. Let's talk to the engineer.
Engineer, this better be Miss Gerard.
Well, actually...
Forget it.
As usual. Okay, Loki, like, I know I'm always right up on my mic. Do you, like, actually enjoy that? Or would you prefer if I was further back here, like this? I feel like, because it's ASMR, I just feel this urge to be on my mic because I personally love
questions?
We're like, hey Queen. Just heard you had an argument maybe 2 seconds ago. What was it about, Queen?
What were you and Lori arguing about earlier today?
Lori and I? We weren't arguing. We were simply discussing a topic about which both of us are passionate, that's all.
Were you discussing her wanting to be a romance novelist?
No. And even if we were, that's really none of your business. I know that sounds harsh, but really, Nancy, eavesdropping is so tacky.
Actually, it was Frank and Joe Hardy who overheard you. They said I should talk to you before they gave me all the gory details, but since you obviously don't want to tell me your side of the story, I'll just have to get the scoop from them.
No, you don't have to do that. A storyline that Lori submitted to me found its way into my last book, despite the fact that she never received compensation for it. She's reading the book now, and when she got to that part, she freaked.
You stole one of her ideas?
She had no business sending me unsolicited material. But technically, yes. Now legally she can't prove anything, and I'm certainly not about to admit anything. And it's not as if she needs the money. But that's what we were arguing about. For what it's worth, I'm going to talk to this producer I know to see if he'll cast Lori in his next movie. It'll help ease my conscience, and who knows? She could wind up being a star. I mean, she is blonde.
I'll touch bases with you later.
My publisher thanks you.
That is super spicy info. Miss Sarlina is kind of a snake, you say. Okay, so let's go talk to John Gray and see if he will move for us respectfully. I'm not even asking him to like go away permanently, just for like 5 minutes. Less, if we're being honest, it's like 5 notes.
What's up?
Here we go.
I found Lori safe and sound in the caboose, so I guess those vibes you got about her being in serious trouble were wrong.
Girl.
Strange. My vibes are never wrong. What's been stranger is I'm still getting them. So maybe they're not about Lori. Maybe they're about you.
Me? I'm not in any trouble.
Trust me. Either you or Lori is, or soon will be, in big trouble.
Could you be more specific?
Unfortunately, no.
Thanks for the chat.
Come back anytime.
He's a quack. What do you call? Like, I don't know if quack is the right term. That's usually what you call a doctor who isn't a good doctor. The good doctor. ASMR, but it's the I am a surgeon scene. Let's see.
Well, it's the little lady
It's not gonna want
detective.
this
What do you
in his
need?
face.
I found Lori. She
Yeah.
was hiding in the caboose.
Oh, yeah?
Thanks to you, dude.
She disappeared because she wanted to see who'd find her first, which is why she left that clue behind.
That slug? I mean, I knew that slug was a clue. That's why I gave it to you. I mean, I could have found Lori no sweat. But I thought, hey, why not give somebody else a shot?
expert
And you came
out.
through. Nice job.
Thank you.
But look, from now on, if you come across anything that may have something to do with Jake Hurley and his mind, let me know, okay? Just so I can, give you advice, help you sort things out. After all, the opportunity to work side by side with a world-famous police detective doesn't come along every day,
What do you think happened to Jake Hurley?
He probably died trying to work that mine of his all by himself. But I'll let you in on a secret. I'm onto something that could crack this case wide open.
What did you find?
Sorry, can't go into detail. Let's just say that thanks to yours truly, what happened to Jake Hurley won't be a mystery much longer.
How did you and Lori meet?
We met at a party in New York. Nice girl. Not a lot upstairs, but nice girl.
She seems to have a thing for your eyes.
Yeah, she always told me they were... I mean, she told me once that she thought they were very, brown.
It's been great talking to you.
Not a problem.
Okay. So they were definitely hooking up, you could say. I don't know if you can say that. I think Nancy Drew is rated E for everyone. They were good friends, shall we say. I feel like we should go talk.
Whoa! Some Somebody must have thrown the emergency brake.
And it wasn't me.
The question is, did somebody throw the brake? Or something?
Oh, Joe, now you sound like Lori.
Hey, I was the first one on the scene, and I saw no one.
What did the engineer say?
He said the train could have derailed. He reset the brake, muttered a few choice words, then headed back to the engine just as you and Lori showed up.
Everybody was there except Charlena. I don't think she left her laptop the whole time.
Do you think she could have thrown the brake and snuck back to her laptop without your seeing her?
Not likely, but possible, I guess.
The question is, why? What did she or anybody else stand to gain by stopping the train?
Answer? Nothing. Which is why I think we should at least consider the possibility that something less human in nature may be at work here.
Ah, Joe.
I'm going to see if Balducci's done dusting for fingerprints. Catch you later.
I'm sorry, it's not the supernatural. It just isn't. Let's talk to the engineer.
Engineer,
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. I talked to you before, very briefly.
you're not the one who pulled the emergency brake,
Not
are
this
ya?
time.
No.
I guess we didn't do it the first time either.
Were, I'd have to come back there and throttle you. Old as this train is, it's a wonder it stayed on the tracks.
Is there any way that brake could have been activated
I
accidentally?
changed my mind.
Pull on the handle, the wheels lock. If you don't pull on the handle, they don't lock. Did somebody pull on the handle by mistake? I guess it's possible, but if you ask me, anybody that stupid has no business being on a train, or anywhere else for that matter. Now, if you don't mind, I gotta get back to work.
Here's the thing. He's rude, but there's something there. Who will I thirst after in this game next? Stay tuned. If I start thirsting after Tino, you know it's over. It's truly over for us all. Okay, so we have the screw thing. I'm gonna freaking lose my mind at how loud drivers are being at 1:20 a.m. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 gems. We have 1, 2, 3 slugs. So what the heck else do we need to do? I guess we can check some stuff off of our task list, aka my favorite part. Alright, so all the way to the bottom, because we found Lori.
Check.
We can't check that off. We can't check that off. But we did unscrew the strange looking bolts.
Check.
We did the dance step pattern.
I'm done with that.
We read the letter that Lori gave us.
Check.
We used the tool.
Check.
We connected the pipes.
Check.
We figured out the letters, or
Check.
what they were used for. And now we have to figure out who threw the emergency brake and why. And we also have to find all the gemstones. Which, oh my god, I'm sorry. There's like a hair stuck to my lips. Okay, it's still there. Okay. Good lord. Sometimes I hate having long hair. Okay. We're actually gonna get to the point where I'm wrapping up just because I edit these videos on Streamlabs, and Streamlabs has a 1 hour limit, which is crazy because I'm paying for it. Let's talk to John Gray really fast.
What's up?
So are you making any progress in here?
Oh yeah, not only am I getting some real unusual EMRs, that's electromagnetic readings, but take a look at this.
Let's
You
see.
got something?
I set up a camera and took some time-lapse photos. Sometimes I was in the room, sometimes I wasn't, but somewhere along the line, I managed to get a shot of Camille.
Where? You don't mean that little blob, do you?
It's like a
Yep,
bubble.
that's Camille.
Okay.
You're skeptical. That's cool. Just remember, the key word when it comes to ghostly phenomena is energy. That blob is the result of Camille's residual life force, spirit if you will. reacting with the chemicals in the photographic paper.
Couldn't it just be a flaw in the photographic paper?
Okay, it could be that too, but it's not. Trust me.
Thanks for the chat.
Goodbye.
My op in this game is Tino Balducci, but Nancy's op is John Gray for some reason. Okay. Let's hit the piano one more time, because we love being yelled at.
Please don't.
Let's talk to Charlena as well. Because she might have something to say, or if we're going to Tino, we'll talk to Tino. Okay, now we're going the right way.
Looks like Tino's through dusting for fingerprints. Better not mess with that puppy.
Okay. I thought we might just do a little trolling.
More questions?
Would you like to see the letter that Lori gave me as a reward for finding her?
The one in which Jake Hurley supposedly tells his niece how to find his lost mine? No thank you. I happily leave it to you to try to solve the mystery of his disappearance. You can afford to look foolish, dear. I can't.
Do you have a theory as to who pulled the emergency brake?
Well, I know it wasn't me. I assume it wasn't you, and I highly doubt it was Lori. So that leaves those two friends of yours, Mr. Gray and Mr. Balducci.
What do you think their motive was?
I don't know about your friends, but perhaps those other two simply thought it would be fun. Boys will be boys.
Were you able to find the name of Jake's train engineer?
I came across 3 references to the fact that Jake had an engineer, but I'm afraid none of them included his name. I failed. Sorry.
Aren't you even going to try finding out what happened to Jake Hurley?
No time. The only reason I haven't insisted that Lori release me from all this silliness is there's always the possibility that what happened to him has the makings of a bestseller, although I highly doubt it.
Why are you so sure that Jake's story wouldn't make a bestseller?
His story is an all too common one. A man wanders off into the desert in search of gold and never returns. Why? He either doesn't have enough food or water, or he encounters hostile natives.
What about his wife, Camille, dying on the train like that?
That does make the story a little more interesting. She probably died of something mundane like pneumonia or even measles. Now, if it was wintertime when she died, and they were in the mountains, Jake no doubt kept her body on the train for months before he buried her, which is rather delicious in a morbid sort of way.
How do you think Jake's engineer wound up dead on the train in the middle of nowhere?
My guess is the engineer got tired of waiting for Jake to return, took off in the train to get help, and died of a heart attack along the way, after which the train rolled to a stop in Blue Moon Canyon. Anyone experienced enough to single-handedly run a steam engine would have been quite a bit older than Jake.
I'll touch bases with you later.
All right, then.
Well, for a romance writer, she really is not very romantic with the way she thinks about things. Okay. I think I want to talk to Lino Balducci, and we'll talk to God, what is her name? The girl who invited us here. The rich lady. What the heck is her name? Lori. I just remembered. And then we'll probably end this.
Glad you dropped in. Lori told me she'd given you a letter from Jake Hurley that says how to find his mine.
I didn't mention it before because it's very bizarre.
Lori should have given that to me. I mean, I'm the trained professional around here. Let me take a look. I've seen enough. 2 words. Useless. Those are just the rantings of a guy who spent way too much of his life swirling mud around in pans under the hot sun. 5-star nut job.
Lori says she found this letter in a wastebasket.
Exactly where it belongs.
Did you find any fingerprints on the emergency brake handle?
None that ready hell, thanks to Casey Jones up there. I told the old geezer not to touch anything, but he went and got his big, fat, oily paw prints all over the place. If we didn't need him to drive the train, I'd charge him with obstruction of justice.
So you have no idea who threw the brake?
Whoa, I didn't say that. As a matter of fact, I found this. Probably fell out of the perp's pocket while he was yanking on the handle.
Looks like some kind of thermometer.
Yeah, like the kind a certain ghost hunter uses on that bogus show of his.
You think John Gray threw the break? But why would he do that?
Because they're thinking about axing his show, that's why. I checked with this buddy of mine in L.A. Gray's got to come up with something real big real soon, or he's toast. And you can't get much bigger than a train with a spooky past that's prone to strange accidents, now can you?
Who else have you told about this?
All in due time. I always like to get my ducks in a row before I make an arrest.
But couldn't someone else have dropped that thermometer?
Please. Who's the top cop here, huh? Who's the world-famous detective? You? I know what I'm doing, sweetheart. John Gray wanted publicity. That's exactly what I'm gonna give him.
Thanks for your help.
Anything for a fellow detective.
God, he is so unlikable. I can't stand this man. Okay. Well, for next time, we definitely need to go apprehend, in quotation marks, John Gray. Maybe we'll scare him into leaving the room so that we can play campdown races. My mission in life. Okay, let's talk to Lori, and then I'm gonna end this because I'm worried I'm gonna have to cut the video down. Okay. Yeah, let's get to the bottom of this tea, shall we?
I hear that Tino and you used to be an item.
How did you know that?
I'm a good detective, remember?
We went out a couple of times, yeah. As for why we stopped going out, you'd have to ask him.
Do you have any idea who threw the emergency brake?
I know exactly who did it.
You do?
Well, who else could it be? Camille. None of us has any reason to stop the train but Camille. She doesn't want us to find Jake's mine, so she's going to do whatever she can to keep its location a secret.
Did you see something?
Well, no. But I'll tell you what. Your friend, that Jim Harley guy?
Not Jim, Joe Hardy.
Yeah, well, he thinks it's Camille too. He just doesn't have the guts to say so.
I'll come back later.
Keep me posted.
He definitely did say that he thought it was supernatural forces, but also, okay, for next time, we have to talk to John Gray because we found his thermometer at the scene of the crime, or Tino did. We'll take credit for it though. We need to talk to Tino, and we need to find out why he and Lori broke up. But I'm going to assume it's because he's an a-hole. We probably need to go talk to the Hardy Boys to actually talk to Joe about his theory